Well, this year is being described as the new normal. It is being, a lot of people say the new normal, don't they? So what's in store for lawyers this year? Despina Priala is the principal of Priala Legal and joins us now to tell us more about this. Hello, how are you today?
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, really well, thank you. Firstly, tell us a bit about your story. Why did you choose to become a lawyer exactly?
Well, look, I decided that when I was 12 years old, believe it or
Well,
not. Yeah, so a long time ago. So I always wanted to be a lawyer. I guess probably if I look back, I've always seen it as a noble cause. And it's easy to say that, but it really is. And being a lawyer is all about helping people. And you've got to enjoy helping people. Otherwise, I don't think it's the profession for you. So I actually do like helping people and I like talking through their problems, trying to help them come to a resolution that's best for them. And of course, I always like the good argument too, which goes hand in hand with being a lawyer.
that helps. Yeah. If you didn't like an argument, you probably shouldn't be a lawyer, I would say. Tell us about what it is like being a female in the profession. I guess it's been male dominated, as we know, for years. Hopefully that's changing. What is it like? What are some of the challenges?
Look, it has been challenging. I've been in the profession since 1992, so a long time. And back then I worked in the largest law firm on the Gold Coast, McLaughlin's, who still exists today. And I was the only female professional. And it was really, really tough.
Yep.
And over the years they changed, and we've seen that progression over the years where more females are coming through in the legal profession, which is good. And I think it's all about balancing out men and women in all professions.
Mm-hmm.
But I think whether you're male or female, this particular profession is very challenging, and it's just continuing, particularly through last year with COVID. It's a very stressful career. You've got to love what you do, which I do, to be able to continue, because it's about adapting, and the many changes in society. COVID was just one of them, and you've got to be able to adapt to provide the same service that your clients expect, and that's really challenging itself. It's very tough.
Tell us about, well, thank you for your honesty around that. I think that's great to learn more about the profession. Tell us about the most interesting case that you have dealt with. I guess if you can tell us all about it, maybe you can't give us every piece of information, but what's the one that sticks out?
I'd love to. It actually made headlines last year.
Really?
On the Gold Coast anyway. Yes, looked after a case. It was called Cash Found on the Land. I don't know if you heard about it, but I had a client who owned a block of land at Runaway Bay, just close to my office here. And he got a phone call sometime at the end of October by the Runaway Bay police, basically telling him that cash was found on his land. So he actually bought a block of land with an old house built in the 80s and demolished it, because he's a developer, and demolished it and was going to subdivide the land to sell the lots again. And as the excavating company was going through the process of demolishing and getting to the end and demolishing the pool, etc., they came across boxes of old money from the 80s. So we were then off to the Supreme Court to find out who actually owned this cash.
Wow.
And that was interesting in itself. Yeah, it's almost unprecedented in Queensland. So, and it made lots of headlines last year for me. And we were in court, say, for the better part of 9 months. I think we made 6 court appearances with 4 different judges in the Supreme Court that all had differing views about the case. So it was really, really fascinating, very interesting for me.
Absolutely. No, fascinating for anyone. Does it sound like, there's a lot of TV shows around lawyers and they go into the heart of it and all that sort of thing. I'm sure you've watched them. But when you're involved in a case like
I've watched
that,
all of them.
does it feel like you're in a TV show with a big case like that?
Oh, it does and it doesn't. You know, there's always a bit of hype. There's journalists hanging around outside the courtroom wanting to try and interview you about the case. It's nothing like what you see on the US TV shows at all. It's quite different. It's actually almost a disappointment if you are hung up on the TV shows and you expect, okay, well, this is what it's going to be. Yeah. Of course, I've been around long enough to know it's not. But it's actually quite different.
Yeah,
it's more subdued.
Right.
It's more subdued. It's more conservative than what you think. So the US shows make it all very dramatic.
Yep.
And it's actually not like that at all.
Yep. They are good at that. They do dramatise for sure, but it's for our entertainment, for your entertainment. Just to finish, if someone was listening out there that was considering becoming a lawyer, what are maybe 2 or 3 things, whether it's part of their personality, skill set, that makes a good lawyer? What should people know?
Yeah, I'd love to answer this because I think it's different from what people think. And from my point of view, making what makes a good lawyer is about being a good listener. So you've got to listen to what your clients are telling you. You know, you can know all about the law and know all the ins and outs, but if you can't listen to your client and listen to what they're trying to achieve and what result that they actually want, which may be different to what you think they want or assume that they want, you can't actually help them whatsoever. Even if you know all the ins and outs of the laws and all the rules and regulations, you've got to properly listen. So being a good listener is one, then being a good communicator. You've got to be able to then listen and then understand what they want to achieve and then communicate to them how you can best help them, knowing the law and applying it to their situation. So I think that's really critical. And if I can say at the end, you've got to be a people person. Mm-hmm. And when I was at uni, no one taught me that. No one said, okay, being a lawyer means you've got to be a people person and you're not really marketing yourself or selling yourself. Well, you actually are. You've actually got to be a people person because you're mixing with people all the time. And if you don't like that, I don't think law is for you unless you just want to be in the back office doing the grunt research work, which you can do. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But ultimately, you've got to, at some point, deal with people on a daily basis. And if you don't enjoy that, you won't like being a lawyer. It is a people business.
No, it's well said. It's well said. Just briefly, if people want to reach out and learn more, where can they touch base with yourself?
Okay, so website, Priala Legal, Priala legal.com.au has all of our contact details. I've also got a YouTube channel. Just type in Despina Priala, same name. Our office number, 0755 291 294. And if I can give my mobile during office hours.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
0400 141 269. People can call me on that number. Yeah, no problem.
Great stuff. During office hours, of course. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay? Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. You too.